Get going here. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our April 11. What am I calling this? Grow your team, make a difference, and grow your income at the same time. So, this is something I've been wanting to do for a while because I know that it took me a little while to kind of grasp how the comp plan works. And I wanted to just point out some really important things for all of you. So we'll backtrack just for a minute to what I talked to you about on, gosh, what day is it? It's Thursday. All right. Tuesday night. I think it was Tuesday night. Wasn't it Tuesday night? I don't remember. Anyways, we talked about my vision and my goal. Hey, Carly.
Hi.
On the way home from a beauty break. Looks like you had fun. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but it looked like you were.
Oh my gosh, she was nuts.
Awesome. Well, good for you, girl.
All I hear is my music. Sorry, you can't hear my music, can you?
Nope.
I hear my music. Okay, good. Never mind then.
Okay. All right. So we had talked about my vision and hopefully your vision that we become a director team by July 1. And then Ashley had a great question about, well, what do we need to do that? And that's a great question. So we're going to talk about that tonight. And here's the deal, you guys. There is so much talent on our team, and we have got so many leaders and future leaders. That's what excites me, because when I joined 30 years ago, I did not see myself as a leader, but I obviously had something in me. People saw something in me and said, hey, you can do this. And I'm like, I don't think so. But they believed in me enough that I started believing in myself, gradually. And that is really, really, honestly, I win on other people's belief in myself. So if that's what it needs to be, that I believe in you, that's all it takes. All right. You'll start believing in yourself if you don't already. So there's a couple of us on here that we have been in direct sales for a long time, and we know some of the rewards. Now, TrueAura is a new company, and we haven't seen these big rewards yet, right? But we will. We're a startup. We're ground floor. So those rewards are coming. And not only is it fun to have a team and rewarding because you're changing your own life and you're changing their life, but there's a lot of rewards in it for you. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about tonight. And over the years, there's some of us I have earned trips, over 10 trips. I have earned free vehicles. I have earned diamonds. I have earned, all kinds of stuff. And it's been really fun. All kinds of jewelry. And the friendships and all of that. I mean, but the rewards for doing your job can be literally amazing. Like, I had no clue that you could get rewarded so well for doing your job, because it never happened to me before. And it doesn't happen to most people. So I just want you guys to know that this promotion and this program that's coming up is just the start of bigger and better things to even, to come after that. So just know, you guys. And that's why I'm so happy that the leaders of our company are doing things right. They're not, what do I want to say, skimping. They're not, jumping. They're making sure everything is right. The products are right and all of that for all of us. So it's done, the way we want it to be done. Integrity is really important for me, and I know for you guys and for the leaders of our company. So let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, you all know this, but just a reminder, you get to choose how you want to work this business, right? We love options. You can work it in person, you can work it social media, you can do both. You can do it how it works for you. You can choose how much you want to make. That was a huge aha for me when I got into direct sales. I'm like, you mean I can promote myself? I can do that? You guys can do that. All right. You choose how far you take this, how much money you want to make, how far you want to promote yourself, how far you want to go. There is no glass ceiling in TrueAura. Okay. So I think that's exciting, and I think it's empowering. And I know we've got some high achievers on this team. I know we do. And when you set your mind to something, you make it happen. And that's what I'm excited to see, because we have a lot of leaders that need to just believe in themselves and to go for it. Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the basics. Let's talk a little bit about, right, what do we got to do, right? We got to know what we have to do to be able to make our plan. So I asked you, and are any questions so far? Because I'm going to start screen sharing here in just a minute. And there is a chat box at the bottom, you guys. If you're muted and you want to type something in, you can, but please feel free to ask questions because this is your time to ask questions and to get the answers to what you're looking for and to find, right? Where do I find what I need to do, right? That's really, really important. So this comp plan is in your resources in your back office, and it's 18 pages long. But there's some really good stuff in there, and I would recommend you start kind of digging through it. We want to get to know the terms. We want to get to know where the numbers are coming from and where do the numbers have to be and things like that, okay? So I am looking at page 4 of the comp plan, and I am going to see, I'm going to bring this up. So cross your fingers that this screen sharing thing works, okay? All right, where did it go? It worked when I was playing with it earlier. Okay, we don't want that. Can you guys see I'm sharing getting into my back office? Can you see that? Yay. All right, I'm gonna maximize it. All right, let me see if I can, there we go, that looks better. Can you see my back office? Yay, okay. Always love it when technology works. All right, so we've got these widgets on the front here. And I know, when we first started, I was just concerned about getting products, get my clients on products and getting the team informed. I didn't pay much attention to this back office. I just looked for what I needed to look for. But I'm getting to know more about it. And there's a lot of really good stuff here. So we're going to start with a couple of terms, first of all, that are on page 4. So tell me unmute yourself and tell me what PV means. What does PV mean?
Personal volume.
Personal volume. And where can the personal volume come from?
Well, our purchases or
our purchases.
Customer
clients.
purchases.
Yep. Clients that purchase on our website, and then any TLC orders that are coming through. That's all personal volume, right? Okay. What is DV?
Downline.
Downline, yes. Who's in your downline? Can it be, is it just your first level? Or is it everybody? Second, third, fourth, it's everybody, okay? It's everybody. And I know that sounds kind of like elementary, but I just want to make sure everybody is clear on that. What does it mean to be active?
I'm sorry, I have a question. With
300 PV.
300, yes. Okay, Ashley, what was your question?
With your downline and with the percentages that you make off of your downline, like it really just is unlimited if you get person after person after person enrolled through, the other people that you've enrolled. Like it doesn't cut off at like 5th down or 10th down, like it just keeps going.
Keeps on going.
Okay.
But it keeps on going if you're meeting the requirements. Okay. So we'll look at those requirements. And it also makes a difference where people are placed, where you don't want to have everybody in your first line. You want to create some depth, and that's where your legs come from. Okay. So That's really important. An active leg is a consultant that has at least 300 in PV for that month. Then she's active. Okay, so it's really important to know an active leg. It's also really important to know an active customer. An active customer has placed an order, has created an account, and has placed an order that month. That makes her active for you, because there are requirements on how many active customers. And you know, it pains me every month when I see, you know, somebody missing a commission or a bonus by, you know, $50 or something like that, because and mainly just because they probably weren't aware, you know, of that. So it really is important to pay attention to the numbers. No matter where you want to go with this, it's really important to pay attention to the numbers. I don't like leaving money on the table, and I doubt if you guys like leaving money on the table either. So the other thing that's really important to know is your personal sales bonus. So that's not really on this sheet. It's on the chart that I've got here, but you guys kind of know how that works, I hope. And if not, it's on page 16 of your comp plan, and I'll show you that in a minute. And how, you know, once you hit 300, you get that extra 10%, you know, back in your Hyper Wallet. Is there any questions about the Hyper Wallet? Everybody got that figured out? Okay, just wanted to make sure. You guys like seeing money in your Hyper Wallet? I know I do. And I love we get paid weekly. That's awesome. All right, so let's go here to the widgets. These little boxes here are called widgets. I shouldn't have posted that picture of my grandbaby before this, because I'm getting like notification after notification, but it's really fun. So you guys like to look at your team's recent activity down here, right? So you know what's going on. These are customer orders that are coming through. These are, you know, your consultant's orders coming through. She said she needed night cream, so I'm surprised that she placed your order. Oops. All right, we'll figure that out later. Here's your metrics. It tells you when you're active. So there's a check mark when you're active for the month. My active customers for the month are 16. My personal volume's 2,700, and the downline volume's at 9,500. Here's where you can check your orders. And then this is really important. This rank advancement right here is really, really important. And you want to see how close you are to that next level. So let's look at the details here. It says view promotion details. All right, so for me to get paid as a senior manager, obviously must be a consultant, must be an active, 700 personal volume, 5 active customers, must have 4 active legs. Right now I have 3 of 4 active legs. These are my personal recruits. So we need 1 more, and then that will be checked off. Must have 5,000 downline volume, check. Of the 4 active legs, I must have at least 2 executive consultant legs, okay? And I have 1 of 2 right now. So I know I need to look to see who is close to being an executive consultant. Now this gets really, really important toward the end of the month when you're looking at how close you are, because again, you're gonna leave money on the table if you miss one of these, okay? But okay, so this is senior manager. I want you to look how close I am to the next level, which is executive manager. So 89% towards senior manager. Let's look at executive. 81% close to the next level after that. And that's what really like blows me away. If you guys are looking at, you know, getting to gold, you might be really surprised how close you are to manager. Okay, so that's why this is really important to pay attention to this. So what's the difference here? Gotta have that. The 10,000 will hit 10, so that's not gonna be a problem. Now this one, of the 4 active legs, I'm gonna have to have 2 gold consultant legs. Okay, so instead of executive consultants, we're talking gold. So that's the difference there. All right, and here's to answer your question, Ashley. Director, 66% completed. again, we need 18,000 in our team, which is not a problem for us. I mean, we have even a low month for us would be 25. So that's not a problem. I need a gold consultant leg, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So, I'm probably getting ahead of myself a little bit, but I want you to see this. And then of the 4 active legs, there needs to be 1 executive manager leg. Okay. So that's the biggest thing, that we need. But to have that executive manager leg, there needs to be some promotions in that leg. Does that make sense now, Ashley? Hopefully. All right. Any questions on this before I show you something else? Have you guys ever looked at this?
I have, but what do you mean by paid as? I mean, like, okay, I'm just a regular consultant.
Right.
So to get paid as,
So your next
I
level,
mean,
Jeanette,
I'm always paid as a consultant. Pardon?
right. For a consultant, 300, and then you're active, you're an active consultant. Your next level would be senior consultant. That would be
Which is means I need to get an active leg.
and an active leg.
Right.
Right. So your active leg would need to do how much?
300.
300. Yep. And then you would be paid as a senior consultant, and you would make 2% on her commissionable
Okay,
volume. Where do you find that?
Yeah.
Okay, that is what, hold on. I'm going to show you. We're going to get to it. All right, I got to grab some in a minute. Hold on. That's the piece that's not on page 4, and that's what's on page 16 and 17 of the comp plan. So I'm going to show you that in just a minute.
I have a question.
Yes.
For the legs, that would be your first line is considered a leg, your second line is considered a leg. They're all a leg?
Well, nope. Let's go back to the definition of leg.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody see that on page 4? What a leg is?
Yes.
Okay, so it's your first level consultant, and it includes all the consultants underneath her. So if she has consultants underneath her, that's 1 leg. Okay, so you have another personal consultant, and she recruits, that's another leg. Okay, so it's just your first level is your leg. Well, a consultant has as many legs as they have first level consultant.
Okay. So if you have 1 consultant on your first line, that is 1 leg.
Mm-hmm.
If your 1 consultant on your first line has 1 consultant under her, she would also need to be active to have an active leg.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Because I'm reading this active leg definition as well.
Yeah.
It's saying you need at least 1 person to be considered active in their downline.
Right. But that's still just 1 leg for you.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I see the 2. Okay. I found the 2%.
Okay.
Tammy.
Yay. Yay.
I guess I didn't, because I always kept questioning paid as, but since I don't have that active, I don't have a consultant below me, I've never gotten there.
So here's the thing, like you can, let's say you get to senior consultant this month, Jeanette, you're gonna keep that title for a year, but every month you need to earn to get paid at that level.
The 2%.
Okay.
Right.
So you need to be active, your consultant needs to be active, then you get paid again. If she's not active, then you don't get paid as a senior consultant. So that's what we mean by getting paid as. And that's why it's really important to, when you get to that level, to get paid at that level. I mean, otherwise it's just a title. Titles are great, but you might as well be getting paid at that level. So it's a good question.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to show you how you can see your personal sales bonus and your downline bonus, just in case you're not sure where to look for that. So this is what my bonus is so far on my personal sales. And it's the whole breakdown is here. It amazes me how it all breaks down. So yeah. And I just hit 2,500 today. So then of course it goes up. Fun to see that go up, right? Let's look at the downline bonuses. This was a question that Tammy had. So hopefully she'll be able to watch. I'm going to go back to March, and you can go all the way back as long as you've been, with the company. So in March, my downline bonuses were this, but you can break it down by Fast Start. And this is something I want to make sure you guys are aware of. When you have new consultants, find my notes here a second. You make, in their first 90 days only, you make 5% of their commissionable volume. And I'll explain how that works. So let's say that new consultant did 1,000 PV that month. The commissionable volume is half of that. So 1,000 times 50% is 500. 500 times 5% is $25. So you would get $25 on her orders for that month. But she can do that for 3 months. And she can go as high as she wants. And you're going to get paid on it. And you get paid on all your first level. You get that Fast Start bonus. And that's really important because it adds up when you're recruiting. So this was Jenny last month, and I believe her total was right around just over $1,500. So my commission on that was $40. And then Fast Start bonus 2, because I'm an executive manager or above, I get 5% on that also, on everybody's new consultants. So that adds up also. That was another $159. So you guys, I hope you're seeing how you can make some good money, right?
That's if they're active.
That's if they're, yes. Well, you only get paid if they have PV.
They get active, and then for the whole 90 days, you get that 5%.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see what else. I think that was all I wanted to show you there. Is this something I wanted to show? No, that was something else. Career title advancement. Okay. Career title advancement is another place you can see how far you are. So there's actually 2 ways. You can see it in that widget, or you can go to career title advancement. Okay, so let's look at the resources in your resource library. I want to show you the comp plan, something that you're going to want to make sure you are aware of. Is there not a ton of information back here, you guys? There's so much good stuff back here. Let's see if I can find it quickly. Come on. It likes to freeze up on me at this point, I think, because there's so much information back here. Now, Rick has also done videos on the comp plan, which would be really helpful if you're serious about growing your team, and now is the time to think of getting serious about growing your team because of everything that's starting next week. This would be good for you to take advantage of and look at. I'm going to bring up this PDF here a second. So you can print the whole thing out. This was the page I was telling you about. Here's if you want to look at the downline earnings, I'm going to give you a chart, show you a chart where it really has everything all in one chart. And I know Rick is coming up with a new, something new for the comp plan just to make it a little bit easier to understand. But right now he's just working fast and furious on what's coming up in the next, in the next week. So that's probably been put on hold just a little bit. There's lots more bonuses, you guys, that you can earn as you move up. Here's the glossary of terms. And then lots of information. This right here, page 16 and 17, is the chart that I have had printed out for a long time and I've referred to over and over and over again. So I have actually had that chart reduced, so it's like a half a page size, and I have 10 of them available in cardstock, and I'm going to tell you at the end how you can get one of those, because then you can just take it with you and have it with you. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I have looked at this chart. It's so incredibly helpful to me. What I want you to do, though, is to only look, I wish it wasn't sideways, I'm sorry, to look at your next level. Don't get overwhelmed by all of this, you guys, because it can be very overwhelming. But if you are a senior consultant, you're looking at being an executive consultant. If you're executive, you're looking at gold. Just look at that next level, okay? And then make your plan for the month based on that. You have to stay focused, on what is the next step. And then you can look in what we were just talking about, your career, and be like, oh, I am like so close to even the next step. And you can jump right over to, you can jump up 2 or 3 in a month easily. All right, I'm going to get out of here a second. Any questions, any other questions about this before I minimize this? If this is making your head spin, don't worry about it, you guys. I'm just going to have you, that's why I'm going to have you focus on one thing. Okay. All right, so I'm going to have you take a peek at this from not sideways view. Let me get it out of this sheet here a second. I just put it in a page protector so it doesn't get all nasty. But down here is how you earn your most personal sales bonus, right? So that is something I look at all the time, especially when I was newer and, getting up to that level. This is where it tells you what you need, okay? Your active customers, your active legs, the amount of PV that you need, the amount of DV that you need. You don't even need downline volume until you get to gold, but really that is kind of like, we kind of like to, like, that's our first like big step, okay? Every step is incredibly important. Getting to gold, and I know Holly, that's her goal this month. She has got the consultants in place. Now it's just to work on getting them active and getting that downline volume up there, okay? And then she'll see, oh my goodness, I am so close to manager. So that's the cool thing, and that's where the rewards are coming in with the promotion. There's going to be the wonderful gifts that Rick and Noelle are giving, and as you advance, obviously they're going to get better. Here's your fast start bonus right down here, and then on the back, well, I put it on the back. This is where it shows your 2% or your 4% or 6%. You might not think that sounds like a lot, but you know what? If it's an extra $15 in your wallet for the month, or an extra 30, or then the next month it's 50, and then it's 75, that's what happens. That's what happened to me when I started. I started at the ground floor just like you guys did, at level 1. I was a consultant when I joined a year ago, and I worked my way up. And the bonuses add up, as I showed you in the back office. All those bonuses add up. So gold is kind of the sweet spot because you are going to make money on your level 2. That's the first level where you're going to make any bonuses on your second level. And then manager, manager makes, all her bonuses go up. She makes it on her 3rd level. So as an executive manager, I'm making it down to my 5th level. Okay. Which we actually, I think, have. I think we're 4 down now. I don't think we have any 5s. So, but we're getting really close to that. And here's the deal, you guys. It's really, when you're thinking about recruiting, I call it recruiting because that's just, the words I have gotten used to all my life, but you might want to call it sponsoring, whatever you want to call it. It's talking to enough people. It really, I don't want to say it's a numbers game, but it's a numbers game. Okay. Just like when you're offering facials to people, not everybody says yes. Some say no, and some say later, and some say I need more information. It's going to be the same thing when you're talking to people about joining your team and joining TrueAura. If for some it's going to be, okay, yeah, let's do it. Some are going to say, no, that's not for me. And some are going to say, it's just not a really good time right now. Maybe you've got a teacher friend and she's, going to be up to her eyeballs till the next like 2 months, but then she's got the summer off, maybe that would be something that she would want to think about in the summer. So it's all about timing. It's all about, just offering it, just sharing and letting people know that this is an incredible opportunity and you would love to have them on your team. The other thing I think is incredibly important, and we've got somebody on our team that said to me, we talked about, why did you join? And she said, because you invited me. And how powerful is it to be invited to join, a team like we have and a company like we have. I know if somebody would have invited me to the previous company, I would have joined much earlier. But I wasn't invited. I just decided it's what I wanted to do. But it took me a long time to get up the courage to say that. So, just that is incredibly powerful to say, I love how you love people, you have a great attitude. I am looking for people like you to be on my team, to join my team. I always say I can teach people the skills. You guys, we have the tools. Everybody's got the same tools. Everybody's got the advanced tools that we have. They're going to have the quick start. We all have that. I can't teach somebody to be honest, and I can't teach somebody to, want to be able to help other people. It's got to be in our hearts, and so many women have that in their hearts. But I can teach them the right words to say, and I can teach them, how to run their business. So give me somebody with, integrity and, and some drive, and that's what I'm looking for. So, all right, you guys, I know that was a lot, and I'm going to look at my notes because there are a few other things I want to share with you, but tell me what questions you have so far, or what were some of your ahas so far. You want me to unmute you? Hi, Jessica.
Hi. I was wondering, I won like a gift from Gary, and I was wondering how long it usually takes to get those. I was going to use them for promotions.
Was that the one that when Rick was giving away?
Oh yeah, maybe it was Rick.
Yeah.
I was wondering the same thing because I want a bag.
Okay. I will check with him on that. I'll check with somebody. His son is getting married Saturday, and nothing like timing and rolling out a promotion, 2 days after your son gets married. I don't know what he was thinking, but I will check with somebody on that for you guys. Sounds like that just didn't happen yet. So he's usually really good about getting that stuff out, but he always likes to put like a personalized note with it. So yeah, I'll give him a couple of days of grace because of the wedding and all that's going on. So here's what it could mean for you guys the next, we'll say 7 weeks. when you add people to your team, if that's what you choose to do. It's going to mean recognition in the Truora Consultants group. It's going to mean, recognition in the email that goes out to all of us, recognition in our team group. Anybody that moves up a level will be recognized on stage at Empower. So if you're going to Empower, you're going to be recognized on stage. And maybe you move up like 3 levels by that time. I don't know what they're going to do there, whether they're going to have you walk 3 times. I don't know. But it's just really fun. And I'm sure there'll be recognition with that too. So all of that. And then just the joy of, I know being a leader scared me to death, but it was really fun. I know you guys have said, some of you have said to me, I love teaching other women. Carmen has said that. She loves teaching other women. And it just fills her soul, So to be able to do that and have people look to you and say, would you help me with this? I need your help. I don't know. There's just something about it that's just incredibly empowering when you help another person be able to be more and to have more and to give more. If you could help somebody, be able to take their family on a vacation or something like that, how cool is that? That's amazing. It's amazing to me. So here's just a couple of tips for you. If that's what you want to do, you've got to treat it like a business. Okay. If it's been a hobby, it's time to treat it like a business. And that means you have business hours. You have time. You don't just work it when you have time. You make time for it, right? Nothing just happens. Nothing worthwhile just happens. You've got to work for it. So that doesn't mean you got to work 24/7, but you've got to make some time for it and be intentional with your time. Make sure you're getting a good return on your investment. So, as you guys know that after I've been in this 30 years, getting with people in person is incredibly powerful. It's really powerful. So I used the example today in the post of meeting with Jenny at Panera, and she wanted everything. And I could have sold her every product we had. She was ready to buy it, every product. But I said to her, Jenny, do you want to share this with friends? And she's like, yeah, I do. So I gave her that opportunity, and she said yes, to be a consultant. Okay. And I don't know how this will change her life, but I know that she has some needs in her life and some things that she wants to do. So how awesome that I gave her that opportunity to be able to do that. It's her choice what she does with it, but it was my choice to be able to offer it to her. And all we did was skincare on the back of her hand, and we put a little bit of makeup on because she came with makeup. She had to go back to work. We did it at the table in Panera. So you know what? If there's a will, there's a way, you guys. You can figure it out. I'm telling you. Whoever you can meet with in person for coffee or a kitchen sink facial, I'm just saying it's a really powerful thing, right? Because you can talk to them at that time and address any concerns and say, gosh, you know what? You'd be really, really good at this. You love helping people and you love these products. Have you ever thought about doing something like this? It's a great question to ask people. Ask questions is number 2. So treat like a business, ask questions, listen. So we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? It's hard for me too. And be willing to try something new. If you've been doing it one way all along, or if you're new, be willing to try, right? What maybe a couple of us will do something different. Try both ways, and see what works for you. And then, you got to decide. You just have to decide. The first thing to do is to decide, because once we have a decision in our mind, we're women, we're on a mission, we're going to get things done. So getting that decision, being clear in your head on your decision, I can't stress how important that is. It's incredibly important. That's why I have a business coach, so that I get clarity, and he helps me be clear on my goals and my plan. So once you have a goal, then you got to make your plan. And that can be tricky if you're not. That's what I'm here for. That's what Vail's here for. That's what our leaders are here for, to help you make that plan to reach your goal, because we know you can do it. It's just a matter of deciding and make the plan and work the plan. So that's how much we believe in you. So Was this helpful at all? Tell me what you learned. Even if it was one thing, that's all. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be everything. One thing you learned tonight.
For me, there was definitely more clarification on the legs and just how the percentages and all of that works.
Okay, good.
Mine was paid as.
Okay, awesome. Anybody else want to unmute themselves? Hopefully they didn't fall asleep on us. Okay, so when you guys text or message me what your next goal is, your next level goal, and I want you to think about this month. We have got 2 really good weeks left, and we've got a promotion coming up. So I want you to think about what your goal is by May 1st, and what it is and what, well, actually, you tell me the goal. You tell me the date. I'm not going to give you a date. You decide the date. You decide the goal. You decide the date. Message me that. And then if you're watching the replay of this, make sure you've watched the whole thing. Of course, you're going to have to, otherwise you wouldn't know this. But again, I've got 10 of these. The first 10 of you that do that, then I will get this to you. I will either, if you're local, we'll get together, or pop it in the mail to you. Okay. And it, you don't have to have this, because you can print this out too. I have the full-size copy printed out, but I think this is just nice to be able to have in your notebook or your purse.
Pam, are the main pages you have typed printed out
16 and 17.
4, 5, and 6?
And then I just have 4. I don't have 5 and 6, but if you feel like those are helpful, yes, absolutely. Yep.
Well, my 4 doesn't have that quick start or whatever it is.
Fast start?
Yeah.
Fast start is only, well, I shouldn't say only. I don't have it on page 4 either, Jeanette. I have it on page 16.
That's why I was saying 6. Okay.
16, yep, 16 and 17. Okay. So yeah, I would be happy to do that. And if anybody wants to just chit chat about this, or like, you guys, I know I can do this. What do I need to do to get to gold? What do I need to do to get to manager? Whatever it is, I am happy to have that conversation with you so that we can make it an attainable goal for you, and set some SMART goals. Okay, so awesome. All right, you guys, I hope this was helpful. There's so much that we could cover, but I just wanted to keep it pretty simple, and what you need to be looking for. Just pay attention to the numbers, okay? So we're not leaving money on the table, and promote yourself as far as you want to go. You guys got this. All right, thanks everybody. Have a good one.